Alright, exercise number 1. Mr. Jin, he borrows $45,000 from a bank for 3 years. He borrowed an amount for 3 years. Next, they say that the simple interest rate is 4.5% final. The word simple interest, to you just means interest. The way of calculating it is a simple way of calculating it. 4.5% each year. So find the total interest that he has to pay the bank. 1 year, 4.5%. Of what? Of the principal, the amount that he borrowed. Okay, so the total interest would therefore be part A. Total interest. Okay, this is what I want you to write. The formula. So copy this down. P R T over 100. Okay, just copy this down first. I will explain. The interest is PRT over 100. Okay, so what is P? P refers to the principal. The principal is the original amount that was borrowed. So this is our principal, P. What about R? R will be the rate. Okay, this 4.5% is not our R. Confusing? 4.5% is not the R. Because 4.5% means 4.5 over 100. So this refers to R over 100. You get it? So 4.5% refers to 4.5 over 100. That 4.5 value, that value 4.5 is our R. But 4.5% is not R. Okay? Then we have T. T refers to the total number of years. Total number of years in this case will be 3. So putting them all together into our formula, the total interest will be principal, 45,000, multiplied by R. So R value is 4.5, and we multiply this by the duration, 3 years, out of 100. Okay, so far, any questions? Now, if you have a highlighter, I want you to highlight this. 4.5 over 100. See, there's a denominator of over 100, right? We don't just divide things as and when we like. There has to be a reason. Why did the formula call for over 100 in the first place? That is because the R over 100, therefore 4.5 over 100, refers to 4.5%. They are all the same, the highlighted parts. So the R value is 4.5. Okay, now calculate all this. So it's just a matter of pressing whatever is. Have you done it already? How much? 6075. Okay, thank you. So the total interest 6075. So for borrowing that amount, $45,000, he has to pay $6,075 as interest. This is the cost of borrowing the money. So he will not see this $6,075. Okay, now part B, find the total amount that he needs to pay back. So the total amount will be our 45,000 plus 6075. So you get 51075 in dollars. Okay, now there is this formula PRT over 100 that refers to the simple interest, the total interest over a duration of years. So yesterday at the end of the lesson, we mentioned about how do we make the interest in our bank account grow. When we put our money in the bank, it is as good as the bank is borrowing money from us. You see that? When you put money in the bank, it's like the bank borrowing money from you. Yeah, of course, they are doing a business. So the bank will give us interest. Hey, you are lending money to a bank, right? They better pay you interest. So how do they pay you interest? Based on the amount that you put inside. So that is your principal, the amount that you put in the bank. The more you put in, the more interest you get. Then the next value, R. You search for a bank that gives you the highest interest if you are trying to earn interest from the bank. So the higher the interest rate, the more you get. And the final component, T, time. The longer you put, the more you get in your bank as interest. Okay, so these are the three. You multiply them all together, and that will be the total interest. Let's check exercise number 2. So Peter, he deposits 3,600 in the bank, 3 years. When you see this type of question, straight away you can write down the identify. Oh, this is my P. This is my T. And this will be R. PRT. Given that the total interest earned is 162, find the value of A. A will be our value of R, which we do not know. So let us substitute the information into our formula. The interest, which is 162, interest equals to P, 3600, times R. The value of R today is A. So times A, times the time, so 3 years. Okay, now this is divided by 100. So from here, we will be able to find the value of A. All we need to do is to multiply both sides by 100. Or you can see it as over 1, cross multiply, they are the same thing. And you will obtain 3 times 3600, which is 10800A equals to 16200. And at this point, I realized that actually I could have just cancelled this way, make my job easier. Okay, so you can cancel these two. And now, 108A equals to 162. So therefore, A must have a value of 162 over 108. So A itself has a value of 1.5. The value of A is 1.5. Please do not confuse this with the interest rate. If they ask you for the interest rate, your answer is 1.5%, which is 1.5 over 100. Now they want the value of A, which is simply 1.5. Next, Mr. Ho bought a television, price 3,600. He made a deposit of $1,000. Deposit. So he paid that first, and he still owes $2,600. The rest is paid by 2 years installment at a flat rate of 2% per annum. So how much does he have to pay every month? Okay, so let us determine how much he still needs to pay. Okay, so he still needs to pay 2,600. Rest to be paid is our 3,600 minus 1,000. Okay, now he needs to make 2 years installment, 2% per annum. So let's find out the total interest. Total interest, TRT. So 2600. Interest rate, 2. T, 2 years again, divided by 100. This is the total interest, and that gives us 26 times 4. $104. So he needs to pay an additional $104 as interest for the convenience, or for the convenience of paying less every month. So he still needs to pay. Okay, so total. Okay, let me see how we can phrase this. Remaining plus interest will be 2600 plus 104.
Wait, for the plus, we need to put a plus.
Oh, okay, yeah, remaining plus interest, okay? So here we end up with 2704 to be paid over 24 months. Okay, so monthly payment $2,704 over 24. You get 112.667. So round it off to 2 dp because we are dealing in money. So 112.67. This is what he is expecting to pay every month. So what you see me trying to do on the left hand side is trying to explain to the marker what I'm calculating. You will not see me just write numbers minus number and get another number and expect the reader or the marker or the student to know what is happening. There must be statements. So try and write it out. Something that people understand. Okay, next question. Furniture bought set price. The price is 2,500. She paid a 10% deposit, so she still owes 90%, which is paid by 18 equal installments, 4% per annum. Wow, very expensive. So find the monthly installment. It is a very similar question to the previous one. So remaining amount will be 90%, 0.9 times 2500. So it still owes 2250. And because you are paying a monthly installment at a flat rate of 4% per annum, let's find the interest paid, total interest. So the formula says P times the rate, 4%. So 4 times the duration, T, 18 equal installments. They didn't state that it is, oh okay, at the end they state money. Okay, so we are paying for 18 months. So how many years is that? 1.5. So we put 1.5 for the time. And all these we still need to divide by 100. Okay, let's see what the interest is. Okay, $135. Then we take the remaining amount plus interest will be 2250 plus 135. That gives us 2385. So this is the amount we paid over 18 months. So the monthly installment will be divided by 18. So 2385 over 18. You get 132 and 50 cents. Any issues? Now we have a variation of the question. This is quite similar to, I think, exercise number 2. Find the value of A, finding the interest rate given all the other information. So here, finding the interest rate, this will be your homework. Okay, exercise 5 homework. Then we move on to exercise 6. And before we talk about exercise 6, let's go back to 9.2. 9.2, the last page. Okay, 9.2 last page. Remember this question I asked you to copy down? I want you to remove part B. Yeah, because there was an error over there. Okay, just remove part B, that's all. Part B on the subtotal, just remove that portion. Okay, 9.2, remove it now. Before you go away thinking that part 3 of our notes. Here we have a receipt. Okay, in this case it is in a restaurant. Similar to what I asked you to copy down. The prices are not including GST. So these are the prices. What they have ordered. Now, in part A, it says calculate the subtotal, which was what I asked you to remove yesterday from yesterday, right? Because I made a mistake. I placed subtotal as including service charge. That was my mistake. The subtotal does not include the service charge. The subtotal is simply adding up the cost of all the food items. Okay, so let's calculate the subtotal now. Subtotal 15 plus 8, 6.8, 4, 2, 2. So just add 10, 8, 6.8, or another 6.8, then plus another 8. Do you all get 44.6? Okay, so that is the subtotal. Simply adding it up. Next is the service charge. The service charge is 10% of the subtotal. Okay, this is, you can write out your notes. 10% service charge equal to 10% of subtotal. So let's figure that out. Service charge equals to 10% of 44.60. So divided by 10, you get $4.46. This is our service charge. 4.46. The next GST amount. GST is 7%. Okay, so likewise in the notes over here, GST is 7% of subtotal plus service charge. So you need to add your subtotal plus service charge, then they tax you the 7%. So GST 0.07, that is 7%. I don't like to write a percent symbol. Okay, I rather convert it to a decimal or a fraction. Multiplied by the subtotal, which is 44.6 plus service charge of 4.46. So we have $3.43.42. But we cannot have it so many decimal places since we are dealing in money. Therefore, we put it to 2 decimal places. 3.43 when they want a GST amount. Any questions so far? Pretty straightforward, huh? Final one, total amount rounded to the nearest 5 cents. So total will be our subtotal plus our service charge plus our GST. So we have 52.49. So 52.49, they want us to round it off to the nearest 5 cents. 52.50, nearest 5 cents. Okay, 2 more questions to go. This, you can do it by yourself also. But take note for part C, the difference in the question is that they say it is rounded down. Rounded down. So even if it is $10.49, you will need to round it down to become 10.45. Okay? This is also your homework. Exercise 7. And then the final question. Food delivery company, 10% off when you order your food through the website with this promo code, 20% off when you order through the mobile app. Yes. So Karen uses the 2 promotion codes to order a pizza each. The difference between the 2 prices, 2.8. So find the total amount she has to pay if she orders the 2 pizza from the mobile application instead. Do you understand the question? Anybody don't understand the question? Like too complicated? Understand, huh? Okay, so now, how do we go about using this piece of information? I mean, it's $10 off your food. Okay, she ordered a pizza under each promotion. And after the 10% off from the first one, there is a certain amount she has to pay. After the 20% off of a certain amount, she needs to pay another amount. And the difference between that is $2.80. So how do we go about answering this question? Algebra, yes. Let's use algebra instead of working backwards with our mind. What shall we let it be? Let x be the cost of, what do you want it to be? Of one pizza? One pizza? One pizza. X is the cost of one pizza. So, cost from website will be 0.9x because that's 10% off. Then the cost from mobile application, 20% off, so 0.8x. The difference, they told us that it is $2.80. That's the difference. Okay, so what is the difference? 0.9x minus 0.8x. That is the difference. Okay, and that is 2.80. 0.1x is 2.80. I want x. How do I get rid of the 0.1? Instead of times 10, what else can we do? So yes, times 10 you get x only. So instead of that, we can also get rid of the 0.1 by dividing by 0.1. Divide by 0.1. And you get the same thing. X will be $28. Is that what they want? Is that what the question wants? No. Yeah, they want a total amount. She orders 2 pizza through the mobile app. So the total will be 80% off of the original price of 2 pizzas. 2 times of 28. 20% off, so you get 80%, 0.8 times 2 pizza times the original. We get $44.80. So, sorry? Why can't a pizza cost 28? What if it is more? If it is more, then it's more, pay more.